What's manifesting in love for you right now? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. This reading, we're looking at what's manifesting in love for you at this very moment that you watch this. It's a timeless reading, so it should resonate no matter what your status in love is and when you come across this reading. This is paired with another reading that is titled What's Manifesting Without You Realizing It, which will post right after this reading, the day after. And the piles will correlate. You don't have to pick the same piles numbers, but I will do the energy of the same pile in the other reading right after. This is a more love-focused reading, whereas the other one's a more general, anything in life, manifesting type of reading. You'll be able to find the link to that in the description below and also at the corner of the screen when it is posted tomorrow. I'm so excited for you to get into this reading. The timestamps are below. You know, you can pick a pile based on the colors, the image, the crystal, the emojis that resonate with you. I know a lot of people ask, like, oh, can you pick a pile? I know you don't really do this. And I like the idea of other people picking the piles for you that come across this reading. I love that idea. I do like it when people pull a card for me and I pull a card for others in the comment section. I love interacting with like-minded, kindred souls in that way. We'll see how that evolves. I like that energy. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this reading and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 5 with the retreat card and the Rhodonite crystal. We're looking at what's manifesting in love for you right now. So we're going to look at the energy around what's manifesting and then what it is specifically. So what's the energy around what's manifesting? Okay, so something has been really, like I'm getting a challenge, like a divine challenge for you. Like this was put on your path, an obstacle, and you're like, I'm so over it. This is something that you've been working on, healing, and then you're kind of like, all right, haven't I put in enough effort for the universe to manifest this in love for me now? 2 of Cups. Oh, wow. Partnership. And yes, I do feel like you were motivated. This is love related. You worked on this specifically for love. You know, there's some folks who's like, you know, I need to settle down. I need to have kids, that bend to societal expectations. But I feel like you actually want love for love. Like, I feel like you're like, I don't care when I find love. I don't care how I find love, as long as I have really high quality love in my life, in my partner. That's my aim. That's my goal in life. And I think that is the most beautiful and divine purpose you can have in life, is to find and have that beautiful love especially in a partnership. There's so many divine experiences you can have within a love partnership that I feel like that is, if you can get as many of those experiences while on this earth, while in this one lifetime, like, then you've accomplished so much. And I feel like that's what motivated you to do all the healing work and inner work that you have done, is for specifically love. And I feel like we're all kind of conditioned to feel like, what a waste of life to only just focus on a love partnership. But what other better way to spend your time and live your life than to be in love and care for the one that you love? Like, I feel like a lot of people kind of just tarnish it because they don't have it, because they can't accept that that's a very divine purpose to have in life. And they're like, why don't you just look out for yourself? You know, you don't need a man, you don't need a woman, you know, focus on your career, which is all great and stuff. But like, if you're love focused in your life, and there's people who want power and money and all this and that, but if you want love in your life, then you have a very divine purpose. And a lot of the best experiences come from love relationship. You know, you can have it with family, you can have it with friends, or you can have it for your passion. But the love that you have with a partner, that gives you divine growth and divine experiences in this lifetime that is, bar none, the top kinds of experiences and lessons and experiences and purpose you can have. Yeah. There's some people who are just made for love. And you, Spirit is saying, I think they're kind of giving this like kind of, like I feel like you're saying you already know all this, but I'm definitely getting this kind of energy. The reason Spirit wanted to kind of outline this for you again is because somewhere along the line, you kind of lost the strength to carry on. You may have retreated, you may have wanted to settle, you may have wanted to rest and not continue this challenging journey called love. But that pursuit is paying off, I'm hearing. Like everything you worked for, it's like whether, like, you're going to get that love, right? No matter what, because you worked too dang hard for it. But it was a motivation to do the inner work. And on top of that, I feel like no matter what manifests for you in terms of love, like, it will be good. It'll be good, at least good, if not like excellent, superb, and like divine. And everything that you did in order to get that love, all the inner work, all the healing, all the getting rid of the bad people, figuring out what you want in love, not lowering your expectations, standing up for what you want in love, becoming the person you want to be in a relationship, all that kind of stuff is worth it in life. No matter if you just get that good relationship or that I can't believe this is my life, pinching myself kind of love. And so I feel like you have settled sometimes, but even when you settled, it was like way above average. It was still really nice, extraordinary, great. But I feel like for you, it has been a challenge, and there has been time where you kind of just like needed to not be in a relationship for a long time, or kind of settle with someone who is really good. But I feel like you worked on yourself so much, especially in accordance with the divine, I'm hearing, that you know you're destined for that kind of divine love. Even if I don't feel like it's like settling. I feel like it's like, it's just enjoying where you were at that time. Yeah, so this is a pile for those who have been on that journey. Okay, so what is it specifically that is manifesting for you, pile 5? Soulmate. That's it. I told you, because I feel like you have manifested maybe more than one soulmate level connections, and they might have been pretty strong ones, like medium to medium high level soulmates. But I do feel like that you can pull a really like high level, one of the highest levels of soulmate energy here. But I feel like you're at a place where you're like, I will just enjoy what I feel like enjoying at that time. You can't go wrong. You can't choose wrong here, pile 5. And if you're feeling like you don't have a choice right now, like who am I choosing between? Just you wait, because I do feel like there's a lot of energy around you. Because I feel like for some of you, you're with someone, you're like, oh, this is great. But you're holding off on like committing further because you feel like time isn't like a big deal for you anymore. If you're really in it for love, like the time factor kind of fades away. Like it doesn't matter anymore. The time factor, age factor, it just kind of like in terms of like, oh, I'm getting too old, or I need to find someone by this time. In that sense, age doesn't matter. Yeah, the time factor is taken away, and you kind of just look for that deep quality love, and you're kind of enjoying life and as it's like as it comes through in the moment. But I feel like there's like a high level soulmate that's meant to come into your life. And I feel like right now, especially for you, pile 5, you feel like it's closer than ever. Someone you talk to, yeah. I did get that feeling that there might have been someone around you that is a soulmate level connection, but you might have not seen them that way, or you might not talk to them that often. I do feel like for some of you, it's someone relatively new, but you haven't talked to them that much. They might be around you in your vicinity, and you haven't really like figured out that's the person. maybe it's online and they're behind username or something. Maybe they've looked at your picture somehow, or maybe there's someone that you talk to. It's someone that they know, so like you're connected to this person already, you just don't know it yet. Oh wow. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Cups came out in reverse too. The single mom in reverse. So I do feel like there's an energy where you kind of were on your own for a very long time. Even if you were in relationships, it felt like kind of off. Like you were the responsible one. You were the one taking care of the relationship, who had more maturity in a relationship, who had more experience in a relationship, and knew how to guide the relationship. Maybe you were the one who was the rock, the emotional support, and the one who kind of pushed the healing and learning and growing in the connection, and the other person didn't. It's either that you had a relationship like that, whether it was someone you just went on a date with, dated for a while, or even entered into a relationship with. It felt like you were too like much more experienced than your person, or much more ready for a serious commitment than your person. And then if you weren't in a relationship like that, in a connection like that, the other times you were just kind of on your own because no one really matched that energy, and you kind of were just on, like you were feeling good being single, if that makes sense. And you were kind of just working on other things that fulfilled you, not concerned about romantic relationships. So I feel like this is a very solid pile 5. You're a really solid person. At least now you've come into your own, and you kind of you're very picky with love. You have more than enough to fill your life. You're not a boring person. You're always doing something interesting. When you're connected to love in that way, you're connected to so many passions. You always have something you want to do, so things that you want to try, new experiences you want to get into, new things to improve yourself. You're always being connected to the divine, being connected to love in that way. You're always on the go in terms of self-mastery, and you're not going to wait for someone to improve yourself. You're just going to keep enjoying life and keep doing things that you want, including love. You're only going to choose the relationships that you want to enjoy and experience and participate in and heal and learn and grow from, not something that like is going to drag you down. And I feel like you're too interesting of a person, and you have too many things you would like to do, that you're not going to let someone bog you down, or at least not anymore, pile 5, because you have been through a journey, and like where you are now, like you can tell you're in a different place in terms of relationship love. Yeah, wow. So I do feel like what's coming in specifically is a soulmate who is going to match your energy. Because I feel like this like single mom energy, you don't have to be a single mom, single dad, you don't have to have kids. It's just kind of an energy of like you kind of taking care of everything and yourself, and like I don't like this movement of like be independent, do things by yourself. It's like, what is going on? This like whole like I don't know if we're not jumping into a conspiracy theory here, but like there's just some sort of agenda to kind of get people to be by themselves. Like look how much we're on social media. Look how many people are hanging out with their friends less and less. As like technology evolved, kids went outside less, hanging outside, going to the mall less, whatever you guys do. Playing games online in different houses, and talking only online. Like it's people preferring like FaceTime to talking in person. People feeling weird about even going inside and ordering coffee, just like wanting someone, like the anxiety people have of ordering a pizza. Like it's crazy. People not wanting to go on dates because they're fighting over money. And I'm a woman, you should pay for this, or I'm a woman, I can pay for my own meal. Like I don't know, there's so much like segregating of people, like get people to be solo by themselves, and like it's gonna probably go that way, like with the VR stuff coming through. Like man, they're gonna try to isolate people more and more. And I feel like first of all, I think you're a very spiritual person, pile pie, because like I do not channel like this in a normal reading, in a normal pile, ever. Like this is stuff I might reserve for like my spiritual channel, but the fact that it's coming up here, it's like there's a reason. Like I feel like Spirit is saying like you're very much spiritually evolved and ahead of the crowd, a way shower, and someone who deserves someone of that caliber, because you see trends, you see your life in such a higher perspective that you can't get bogged down. You won't let anyone bog you down. You can't even get bogged down because you're just too high in your frequency, in your spirit. Okay, so there's this energy of like you've been doing a lot on your own. Everything in your life you manage by yourself or something along those lines. You might have a kid, you might be on your own. You might feel like you're on your own a lot. You might feel like you don't have as close of friends or family as you used to. There's an energy of like a very typical awakened soul type energy, but like further along than that. And I definitely feel like when this person comes in, they recognize that you don't think in the way that people around you guys think. Like, being interdependent isn't bad. Sharing the workload, sharing ideas, building a life together, having a real good idea of what to expect from the other person. It's like you're not starting from square one, so this connection might progress faster than you expect, Pile 5. There's definitely an energy that this person wants to hit the ground running with you. It's kind of like this energy is so good that you both kind of combine lives very easily, because you might not think similarly, but you think on the same wavelength, if that makes sense. Like, you both have like the idea of you are meant to do life together. You might have different ideas of what that looks like, but you're on the same page that you want to combine specific things in specific ways right away. Does that make sense? Because I feel like the two of you are kind of feeling like maybe you two have already been parents, or you two are very much more mature than most people around you, or have a really, really good idea and sense of what kind of relationship you want than most people around you. Like, if you look around you, like there might be people who are even friends who you know that are married and have kids, or people who are newly dating and have been on the dating scene for a while, or who are much, much older, or maybe have more idea what's going on, what's trendy now and younger. You know, like there might be so many people around you have their perception of love, and it does not compare to yours, Pile 5, even though no one can be wrong in that sense. Well, you know, within reason. But your idea of your love, your perception of love, your vision of love is so clear and powerful and detailed, because you've done the work to think about that, to visualize that, to understand that within yourself and within a relationship with another person. That's why it's manifesting, because you took the time to understand the energy. And once you understand something, it becomes love energy, it becomes belief, it becomes real, it becomes manifestation. And that's why this is all manifesting now. You might have noticed recently, Pile 5, that a lot of things have been clicking for you, like in just the recent few weeks, few months, like things making even more recent than that, few weeks or past month, past like 3 or 4 months, things kind of coming together and clicking for you in terms of love. That's why that happened. Even if you've thought about love and relationships for a very, very long time, just things kind of clicking and making sense and seeing things in a different way, or healing things and feeling like this energy is finished, like all that kind of energy recently. Okay, so more details about this person. Fulfillment. I feel like there's this energy of like you've always known that you want to bring this person here. There's this energy of like you've scoped out places, they've scoped out places that you knew you would be going with your person. There is you know, I don't know if I want to be this personal, but there's a story. I remember one of my exes, their like ancestors had this like access to this like hot spring or like stone bath. This stone bath kind of reminded me of it. It's kind of like this like secluded in a really, really old building, like bath made of stone or something, and only people with their last name can have access to it. And I remember him telling me about that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And like, you know, kind of alluding to the fact that like, yeah, you know, if this goes, like, that's kind of them, if someone is sharing that kind of information, is them hinting that they want to bring you there, or also them to kind of get you to like them more. Either way, it's like a get to like me more tactic. I want this to go somewhere tactic, right? But I got that kind of energy. You might have like places saved that you want to go to, things that you want to do with your partner that you maybe it's places you've already been to, but you're like, I want to come back here with a partner kind of thing, or I can't wait to do this with someone who I really resonate with. That kind of energy, I feel like that's what's coming through with this person right away. Camera, yeah, reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, perception, yeah. There's definitely this energy of like, I'm really getting this energy of like going somewhere ancient. So that might be a hint. Like this person might want to go somewhere where there's like ruins or really, really old buildings, like ancient buildings or structures, architecture, sculptures, whatever. I feel like there's this energy that they want to go somewhere like an old, really old city or something. If you live somewhere like that, like somewhere else, or something else, there's an energy of like visiting something ancient with you. It could be even around where you live, but something that's like, you know, like a cave that has been there for so long, or a really, really old tree, or, you know, I'm not getting like, yeah, it could be like nature, like this mountain or this river, but like I feel like it's something more man-made or specific that's like that you can see, like some sort of ruins or some sort of old like clock tower or old like, you know, like that type of energy. And it might be somewhere that they've been before or you've been before, but it's like a different energy going together. Or this is somewhere that you've always wanted to go, or somewhere they always want to go. I feel like they bring it up. I feel like they bring up that they want to go somewhere and they put forth this idea, or they might ask you, where do you want to go? And you might mention like a few things, and they might pick the one that's like has the ancient ruins in it. I don't know why I keep getting ancient ruins, but I feel like there's an energy of like, you're this, oh my God. Okay. So much is coming through. The soulmate and you have so many past lives together that it kind of brings back those memories. It brings back those memories for you to go visit some of this ancient lifetime that you once both had. That's crazy. Usually the first pile isn't the most spiritual one of the four, but this one is very spiritual. Okay, so a message from your higher guidance in regards to what's manifesting in love for you right now, pile 5. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Yeah. For some of you, this might be someone coming back, especially if you recently dated someone and then like, you know, it kind of went away. For a lot of you, this is someone new coming in, or something new starting. Maybe there's someone around you that you kind of like and they kind of like you. And you get more clarity. Maybe you didn't know how much they liked you, or if they were interested, or if they were going to make a move, or if they were in a relationship or not, something like it's like really, really, really brand new. You just met this person. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is someone new that you're meeting. For very, very few of you, maybe 2 or 3, you might be in a relationship, but you know it's kind of already over. It's been over because you settled and you kind of done the healing work and that you're ready to move forward. For a while now, and this person comes in, you're like, okay, this is a person that's worth leaving my current relationship for. I feel like you're not that kind of person that like would cheat or would leave someone for someone else, but I feel like when you know, you know, you know. And so you had to do right by your person and be like, yeah, like, can't do this anymore because I know it's you're not the right person for me, and whatever. You have to own up to it. But I feel like for most people, this is someone new coming in, someone around you that you've been kind of curious about, kind of didn't have enough information about, or someone around you that you kind of maybe went on a date or two with, but, you know, kind of you didn't know where it was going or if it fizzled out or whatever. Yeah, you're getting so much clarity in love, a fresh start, and it looks good. Everything looks good. There's all green flags, no red flags. Be aware of codependency. In reverse, yes, see? I feel like so many people are kind of like, be independent, like codependency is so bad, like to depend on someone like that heavily. It's like, why? Why is it so bad to depend on someone so heavily? In case they leave you, in case they divorce you, in case they wrong you, they cheat on you. Well, when you're with if you're with the right person, I mean, granted, you want to be your own person and know who you are, and, you know that, like, no matter what happens, if your person, you know, God forbid, like passes away, or if there's something like a tragedy, or, you know, something, you know, awful comes into your life, you know, or, you know, you can't predict life. Taking a chance on love is being in a relationship. Choosing to be in a relationship is taking a risk in love, is taking a chance. But you can't have that love without taking that chance or risk, right? You already know all of this, Pile 5. You thought about love too much. Maybe more than me. That's debatable. I made it my life's work. Anyway, being very dependent on your partner when you both bring the same amount to the table, or same expectations, you're on the same page, is not a bad thing, in my opinion. Prove me wrong. Like, I feel like it's people who aren't healthy within themselves and unclear about what they expect in a relationship, or, you know, or stop learning and growing and evolving in themselves and the relationship. That's when this can get kind of sketchy. But in the best relationships, when people are solid, they know themselves and they know their partners really well, and they know what their partner expects and wants, and know what they expect and want in a relationship. Super solid and very dependent on each other. That's how they get things done. That's how you have 1 million kids. That's how you have 1 million acres. That's how you have $1 billion, you know, is to have a really solid partnership. And that requires a lot of work, which you, Pile 5, are no stranger to and have no apprehension about, because you know what that kind of love expects, and you would enjoy it. It's a labor of love, because love would be a labor of love. The relationship would be a labor of love because you would love doing it. You appreciate it. You know it well because you've taken time to do it. And you make it something enjoyable, putting that much work into a relationship, and so with your partner. And that's why being dependent on each other would make sense for this specific type of connection. All right, beautiful Pile 5. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you did, I really appreciate it. Like a comment. This reading is paired with a reading that is coming out tomorrow, titled "What You're Manifesting Without Realizing It," which is what you're manifesting in general, not just in love. I did pair Pile 5 with this energy, but you can pick any pile. So I hope to see you there, and if not, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 6, with the Winter card and the Dalmatian Jasper crystal. We're looking at what's manifesting in love for you right now. So we're going to look at the energy around what's manifesting and then what it specifically is. Just a reminder, there is a companion reading to this one where we look at what's manifesting in your life without you realizing it, which posts the day after this posts. Okay. So what's the energy around what's manifesting in love? Fire. Oh my goodness. A lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of spiciness, pile 6, which is kind of funny because we're looking at this like kind of winter energy. I feel like this card was coming out in reverse. I kind of flipped it while I was speaking. Yeah, because it's so juxtaposed with like winter and kind of like, nude colorings, like the beige. Let's see. And the 2 of Pentacles, priorities. Yeah, okay. So with the fire sign coming out in reverse, I feel like even though this connection, I feel like this is a connection where there is a lot of fire, there is a lot of passion, or there was in the beginning. And there's still underlying like there, you both find each other very attractive, but there's this energy of really coming in to support each other and depend on each other for pulling through on certain things. I feel like both of you have like really smart goals for the relationship and for life, and both of you are really heavily supporting each other at this time. I'm getting like the winter, so I feel like both of you are stocking up, taking stock in this connection and being like, what do we need to work on, what do we need to realign ourselves in terms of goals that we want to work towards. Like, I feel like you're doing inventory here, and you're kind of saving for something big. Maybe you're saving for a new home or a wedding or a child, or there's something about the 2 of you getting your priorities straight. I feel like there's a lot of passion here. I feel like this is a connection where you're done with the honeymoon phase and you're kind of into the meat of the connection now, right? This is where you find out like if this person has what it takes to be in a relationship with you, right? Like, are they going to step up? Are they going to do what they say? Are they going to lead and support and help and use their intuition and like just kind of do the work, like the passion and the dating and all that kind of fun stuff is like the cover, right? The cover, and now you're getting to the meat of it, and you're getting to the nitty gritty. Like, can this person, what can they do what they say? Like, how can they step up? If there's something they don't know how to do, will they just pawn it off to you or figure it out or talk to you about it? Like, how do they work? For some of you, this is, instead of this connection being like just entering a more serious phase, this is a connection where you 2 are been together for a while and it's rock solid, and both of you are kind of just taking time to kind of, I'm hearing that like if you 2 have been together for a long time, it's like both of you are just like deciding to kind of go somewhere quiet. I'm getting like maybe like a ski resort or a cabin or somewhere in the wilderness where it's quiet. Maybe there's like snow. This is around winter time. Or just like, if you don't live somewhere around snow, just like somewhere where it's peaceful and near water or away from people, just so the 2 of you can like kind of touch base and like kind of talk about life for a little bit and like get back on the same page. Maybe you 2 have been focused on work or family a lot or something. Maybe one of you has something big coming up in work. Maybe both of you 2 do. Both of you have something big coming up with your career and work. And so both of you are kind of just like, let's take time to kind of reconnect and talk about it and like see how we're going to make this work. Both of you work really well together. If this is like energy where the 2 of you have been together for a long time. But I'm getting those types of energy. Someone who's been with your person for a long time, or someone who is like now entering like the more serious or more committed part of the connection. Okay, so what is it specifically that is manifesting for you in love with this person? Neighbor, roommate, someone that lives close by. I do feel like there's an energy of like, what are we going to do with this situation? Someone that lives close by or someone that wants to live close by. So this could be like an energy of like children, family, like family, like elderly parent moving in, or someone who's someone who might be staying for an extended period of time, like, maybe a niece or nephew who might be staying during, college or something. Or it could be something about, like, not liking the neighbors, or wanting to find more quality neighbors. Let's put it that way. Maybe not liking the people that you work with, and wanting to do something about that, wanting help with your partner, support from your partner with that, or vice versa. Like, you want to do something about that for them, because they're not their old self anymore. They're kind of look stressed out and agitated all the time or something. There's something where the two of you are addressing a concern regards to people being around you. Exercise, physical movements, body. And the Page of Wands in reverse. I feel like the both of you, there's a time and place I'm hearing. I feel like the both of you, you're not trying to run away to how things were at the beginning of the relationship, but you're trying to bring back that sense of romance and that sense of loving to be around each other back into the connection in a new phase, in a new way. Because I feel like this is like a new leg of your journey. This is a new stage in your connection. And the two of you, you're not like expecting to be young and do all that the stupid stuff you did back then, even if it was just a few months ago, or a few years ago. I feel like the both of you are kind of like, how do we bring that energy of liking to be around each other, wanting to talk to each other, being excited about doing something, like being excited to do something at the beginning of the connection might be like going out for dinners, going out for dancing, staying out late maybe, or meeting up with a lot of people, spending a lot of money, going somewhere a little bit more extravagant. Whereas now it might be like ordering in and having a movie with the kids or something. It's like, how do we bring that type of energy back in a new way, kind of thing? So I feel like that's why both of you are kind of like, yeah, we want to reconnect, and of course the passion is still there, but we need to do something. I feel like we need to get going. I feel like you guys both need to like get away for a second and just have it be just the two of you, or just have it be just you two and your family, your immediate family, your kids or something. Like, just for a second, until you can kind of, like, you need to get away from the people who are like driving you up a wall. For some of you, it is your kids. But I feel like the two of you need to just get away from that environment and those people. I don't mean to make it that way, like you versus them. It's just kind of like, just get away from that noise for a little bit so you can think clearly and reconnect with each other and then help each other. Does that make sense? So there is a sense of like going somewhere where you can just be at peace for a second. For some of you, that's like I'm getting at least 4 days, if not like a week or two. At least 4 days. Book that 4-day cruise, 4-day weekend, 4-day getaway, 4-day road trip maybe. If it's like a peaceful road trip. Because you need like at least a day or two to kind of just relax before you can even like reconnect and talk about this. It's like, it's not a serious thing. It's just more of like a, yeah, this is what we're gonna do kind of thing. Both of you are very calm about it. I feel like both of you are so much more peaceful than most people would be in your I think it's just like there's a part that's like you're just emotional. Both of you are just so emotionally mature. Not burnt out, but a little bit. Maybe you hadn't had enough sleep, or I'm hearing like you haven't had quiet for so long that you just want to be quiet for a little bit. So you both like really enjoy being around each other, but you're both like not talking as much, especially at the beginning of this trip or getaway or whatever this is. Not because you don't want to talk to each other, but because you just enjoy the silence so much for a little while. Our brains need silence, you know that? Like, having too much noise constantly coming through your ears even while you're sleeping or while you're working or while you're reading a book, or just, if you're constantly listening to a podcast or having something on the TV, or or constantly talking to people. If you don't take the time to have like peace and quiet, like it messes up your brain. So like people need like quiet. Like we're used to quiet, just like nature noises, Okay, more details about this person, about the situation. Temptation. I'm getting, I'm not getting like sexually or anything. Like your partner or you, for like 99.9% of the people who come across this pile, because the folks who are drawn to the energy of my channelings are usually very, very high frequency. So you wouldn't even think that way. You wouldn't be with a partner who would think that way either. But like, I don't hold any judgment for people who do. It's all a learning experience and what you want in this life. And I'm just saying I hang with kindred souls, and that's that. And my energy is very protected, so is my channel. But I feel like this is a temptation to kind of throw a chair across the room at work or something like that. Like if this person does this one more time, if this person goes to my manager or boss, says this about me or my work one more time, I'm going to lose it. I don't know if I can do this. Pile 6, I don't know if I can do this. Your partner's like, I don't know. I want to go to jail for murder. There's something about that, like, where it's just like, oh, we're not going to be able to do this anymore. Like, it's like, where it's like kind of like understood between the two of you. I feel like you don't even have to say anything. You just kind of look into each other's eyes and kind of nod, being like, yep, it's time to take that vacation or to go visit that friend, or, like to get away for a second. Okay. Sunglasses. Watching, looking, perception, stalking. Yeah. I feel like the two of you are very observant with each other. Like, when your partner is mad or sad or something needs to, change. I feel like this is like the ideal couple. I was just thinking ideal couple, and then we heard the train whistle, which is confirmation, where both of you get to the issue before it becomes an issue. Like you're aware of a potential problem before it becomes a problem, Like, this is what's ideal. Like, this is what needs to happen with partners. Like, you need to check in with yourself. You need to be observant and know your partner, learn their behaviors, what they're like when they're angry, mad, sad, happy, curious, or whatever. Like, like, you have to be able to know your partner that well, that, like, if something comes up, like, who's going to notice besides you, the partner, right? Who's going to notice besides them, your partner, that, like, something's off and something needs, like, to be nipped in the bud. Like, before it becomes a problem, before it grows into something that is an issue, both of you are very, well, I'm hearing maintenance, relationship maintenance, checking in with each other, especially if something's off, like someone comes in, like they're like stressed out, like just throwing their coat on the ground and just like, I can't, like, it's like, okay, red flag signs, something needs to be taken care of. But I feel like it's before it even gets to that place. I feel like the both of you are very, very, like, it's almost like you guys are like statues, very statuesque, very poised. I feel like you have always like the nice outfits, a nice home. You behave perfectly, and in society, I'm getting like very, very like high class level here for the two of you. Good taste. You both have good taste, or at least one of you does, and like makes the other person have good taste. Yeah, but there's something about the two of you very clean in your look, your attire, your energy. I feel like it's just because both of you are very highly intelligent, like supremely intelligent. To the point where people on the outside can't see what's going on with the two of you on the inside. You're very, very strategic, analytical, I'm hearing. very detail oriented, can see things that other people might not be able to see. So you know if something's off, you know, this person didn't drink their tea this morning, or they had this specific tea which they only have when they are feeling this way, or if this is an issue, like, you know, it's work. Relationship is a work, but it doesn't have to be if it's just like comes natural. If you just want to do good in your relationship, I feel like the both of you want to do good in your relationship, so you're becoming very highly perceptive. If this is a new connection where it's just getting serious for the first time, I feel like the two of you are very much taking in, learning, taking notes, asking the right questions of your partner to see like where they're coming from, how they handle certain situations, certain emotions, how they would like support, you know, things like that, and then they're doing the same with you. Okay, so what's a message from your higher guidance in regards to this connection, to what's happening, manifesting in love for you right now? What is manifesting is a getaway before you kind of start this next chapter. I feel like the both of you are like, it's time to start the next chapter. Even before, like, I feel like you guys are so like very, like, you're like well prepared for like a lot of things in life. I feel like you have a great, you know, savings, you know, you have a great like plan B for things. You might even have like a separate like a vacation home or something like that. Yeah, I'm hearing for some of you, you might have like a vacation home that you're going to, but you do really, really well. That's why I feel like a lot of people rely on you and your family. I feel like family, because your friends are like you, or you both are kind of tend to be by yourself, like be on your own more. And if you do have friends that are like very much on your level in terms of like being very responsible and very good at their energies, but that's why a lot of family members, I feel like, rely on you guys for like because you're the responsible ones, I'm hearing, or you just seem like it. I feel like for the both of you, you're like, there's so much happening underneath the scenes, but I feel like only you two understand that of each other, like how much is going on behind the scenes. It's because you guys talk and you plan about things and you talk about things and you look at things and you research things. You guys are like, you do the work, I'm hearing. But what you guys want you to know about what's manifesting, returning to each other. Oh, compassion, humanity, Mother Rose. Yeah, I feel like the two of you need to kind of touch base with each other. It's been a minute. I feel like the two of you do it often, but you wish you could even do it even more. I feel like you do take time to be with each other, maybe date nights or having like weekends, even like if it's an overnight stay, you know, bring the kids to the grandparents or something. Like, I feel like you two prioritize touching base with each other because it's so important and it keeps that intimacy, that fire alive for the two of you. So I got that like underlying fire. Like the two of you make sure you always feed the fire as much as you can, whenever you can. You wish you could do it more, get away more. I feel like you both get away and to try to touch base and kind of figure out the next steps as much as you can. I do feel like this specific pile, whether you've been in a connection for a long time or you're just getting into that relationship, like have a lot of getaways, have a lot of time where you just take a day off and spend time together in the home, you know, or getting something done. I feel like it's for specifically just touching base. I feel like, you know how like so many people, like so many couples, they take a day off because they're like, oh, we're going to tackle the garage. You know, let's take a day off and let's just get it done. We have to get it done before whatever. We have this barbecue next weekend or something like that. Like, you know, like they take a day off, but like it's to do something. And I think that's great to plan a day to tackle a project like that. But I feel like this is like the two of you plan days where you do plan specifically nothing, but to just talk to each other, connect to each other, and talk about your dreams and your life and what you want to, where you want to move forward with. Maybe you plan like food that you're gonna have that day, but it's specifically just staying together, whether it's in your own home or a hotel room or, you know, at a B&B, but just like kind of taking the day to just specifically talk with each other. Maybe have an activity like go for, you know, a kayak or canoeing, and then like, but you'll be doing something where you can just like talk to each other too, you know, like mostly talk to each other, an activity that you can just talk to each other, and not like something you have to do, not a responsibility. It's more of like a leisurely activity that you two can do while talking. Okay, interesting. Separation in reverse, yeah. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It's funny because it's like time with your partner away from everyone else is on the horizon. You see how that came out in reverse? Is exactly separating yourself from the people around you in that environment with your partner. You see how it's like the exact opposite with it in reverse. That's so funny. On point. All right, pile 6. I hope you enjoyed your reading. It's what's manifesting right now. So I feel like there's like more things on the horizon, but it's like you're gonna have to touch base with your partner in order to do that. I feel like this is definitely someone you've been in a relationship for a long time, or entering that more serious part of your relationship. If this is someone new coming in, which it's gonna be someone that it might be someone where you kind of work backwards, where you get more settled physically with your person before you kind of dive into the relationship. You know, a lot of people in the Western world have a stigma against, getting into the commitment before like figuring out how you feel about a person and the love factor. Getting like an arranged marriage and stuff like that. And I get it. Like, you should be able to figure out who you are and what you like in a person and find that, right? And I agree with that. But there is some, like, once you kind of find someone, like, there's something special about grounding in more daily routines first, and then allowing your friendship and love for each other to grow. In like, I feel like it's like having a shorter engagement, for example, or having a shorter period of time of connecting, and then allowing to get to know each other more after you committed to that person, kind of thing. It's a different concept, and yeah, there's some pros and cons like there is to other options, but I feel like if this is something new coming in for you, I do get a sense of like there's something, and there might be a reason or no reason at all, but there's a reason why. There's a feeling that you two want to get kind of more settled in with each other first, while you let the connection evolve and grow. Maybe it might be like an age thing, or a timing thing, a lease ending or something, or I feel like a common sense or a logical thing. It just kind of, it's practical, it makes sense kind of thing. Of course, if this intuitively feels right, you don't want to move in with a cycle, right? But I feel like, again, with this pile, if you resonate with my readings, you're already in an energy where that's not attracted to you, and you have an intuition and look out for those things already anyway. All right, and we'll be careful about that. Anyway, pile 6, I hope you enjoyed this reading. There is a companion reading that is posting tomorrow that I will link in the description below, which is what are you manifesting without realizing it, which is more of a general what's manifesting in your life, rather just specifically in love, if you're interested in that. If I don't see you there, then I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 7, with the wisdom card and the aura quartz crystal. We're looking at what's manifesting in your love life for you right now. This has a companion reading where we look at what's manifesting in your life right now in general without you realizing. That will be posted tomorrow. I'll link it below the description when that's up. All right, and so let's start with the energy around what's manifesting in love for you right now, and then what specifically is it. So what's the energy around this? Moving. Okay. So a change of residence for you with your partner, or your partner moving near you, or you moving near the partner. Okay, so I feel like if you're single right now, you're probably thinking about moving, and wherever you're going to be moving towards, whatever location you're going to be moving in, that's where you're going to find your new love. You might have been kind of guided to get on that. Maybe if you're looking for a place, kind of researching, spending time looking at places, figuring out where you want to move if you don't know, or what's the best place for you to move. And if you kind of like where you live now and you kind of settled into your place, or if you got a feeling recently that you feel settled where you live now, or that like you realize like this is like where you want to stay, you're comfortable here, or you finally feel settled in, or if you just moved to a new place, that love is coming to you, is moving to where you are. So I do sense there's a change of location, either for you, your person, or there is a feeling for some of you that if you're single, you and your person might find each other and decide that you want to move, like you figure out that you both want to move to a similar location, or I guess like in a similar environment. And therefore, like you'll figure out the location that has that vibe that you both want. Or if you're already currently seeing someone or in a relationship with someone, you two might be planning on moving. So I basically said all the different scenarios, but it does involve a change of location, a more permanent one, or at least for like a significant time. The Fool card, yeah, a fresh new start. I feel like for some of you, I kept getting the energy of like new, like this is a new person. So you might be single, or you just started seeing this person, or this person's like hasn't even come into your life yet, but they're around the corner. For most of you, where you both might feel like when you come together that you both want like a fresh start or want to start somewhere new, and you both kind of get the feeling around the same time. For a few of you who are already in this relationship or have been dating this person, you both might want to kind of start a new chapter, start fresh, but there is this energy of starting fresh. Both of you want to start fresh, whether you just meet this person or, you know, both of you have been together and you're just like, we just need a fresh start. You know, let's just take the step. Let's take that leap. Okay, so what is it specifically around this move? Someone that is around you a lot and many friends. Okay, so I feel like this person, they want to be around you more. So I feel like you keep bumping into them. So if this is someone new moving into your place or you move to their location, I do get a sense that you two keep seeing each other at least a few times. And it's kind of like if not more, but it's kind of like it's like you bump into each other too many times for it to be a coincidence, you know? I'm getting kind of like Sex and the City, New York kind of vibe where, you know, there's so many people. Yeah, of course, if you run with the same crowds or, you know, you go to all the popular restaurants, of course, you might bump into some of the same people, but it's like it's a huge city with a ton of people. So, like, if you're going to bump into someone, like, it's not going to happen, like, that often. So I'm getting that kind of energy. Like, it doesn't have to be a big city, but just kind of that vibe where it's like, it's not a coincidence. You know, it's too many times to be a coincidence. It's like, this doesn't happen to people. You know, I feel like they might not know many people there. You might not know many people just because you might have newly moved there, or even if you like where you are now, you just settled in, you might not have that many friends around you because you just kind of finally felt settled in. Yeah, something about like you or them not having too many friends because of the move. Or the two of you found each other in this location and want to move somewhere where you feel like you would feel the vibe of the people a little bit more. But there is something about like not feeling the people around you, not having too many friends around the area. Maybe both of you just in general don't have too many friends and like would like to be somewhere where there's like less people, where it's a little bit more quiet. or move somewhere that's a little bit more busier, just somewhere that you feel more, you would feel better like socially and energetically. I do get the sense that this person wants to see you more, and they like to have you around more. They would like to, like, even if this is something new and both of you are kind of like maybe in a similar place in life, like just finished up a job. I'm hearing like just finishing something up at work, and like you just want to move forward, and both of you like, I don't really know this person too well, or we just started dating. This might be a huge risk to take a leap, but it doesn't feel like a risk because I feel like both of you are, there's an energy of just really feeling where the other person is in life and really feeling solid about this is the right move. Whether this is something like brand new or just like starting a new chapter with this person. But I feel like for most of you, this is something where it's like you guys haven't really known each other or been with each other for too long, and you still kind of want to make that move but feel really solid about it, feel really good. Like you're using your intuition, your gut is saying like, yeah, this would be good. Even if like in another relationship where I wasn't feeling the vibe of the person, I might be hesitant, but with this person, like I just know it will be the right move for us. Both of us, like individually and mutually together. Let's see. The producers. Okay, wow. We have the Fool card. Now we have the Magician. Yeah, 0 to the 1. I feel like this is the time. I feel like the like strike while the iron is hot. Like this is like the time, the energy. Like there's something magical about this time frame where it feels like if you're gonna do it now or sometime soon. If at the least, start making preparations for it now. I mean, you're going to have to like meet this person. Like if this is someone you don't know yet, like of course wait till after you meet this person. But I feel like if you know this person and you both have talked about this and are on the same page, there's an energy about the energy is good for it right now. Like keep that momentum going. Keep talking about this move. Keep looking things up. Keep working towards that, because I'm hearing that even if you want to move like next month, it might take like a few extra months or a whole like 6 or 8 months or something like that. And so like things might get pushed back, but as long as you start preparing for it now, like at least it'll be done by then. Like there's the energy that like even though the both of you want to do it sooner rather than later, it might take a little bit of time to kind of wrap things up anyway. So might as well get a head start on it, because even if you're like, oh, we're not going to move until 6 months from now, like it's better starting to make the preparations now instead of waiting 6 months and then having to wait another 6 months. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it right. But anyway, more details about this person and this energy. Leaving, yeah. I kept getting this energy of like wrapping things up. Like I feel like both of you, even if you want to move like sooner rather than later, and you find the place or something like that, like there might be something where like there's something that you have to wait a little bit, like maybe for work or family reasons that you might want to wait a little while to leave or something like that. So even though both of you kind of plan on moving sooner rather than later or do all the work to make that move, I feel like both of you kind of have something pop up where it's like, okay, like we're going to have to, like we can plan for it, but like it's going to take a few extra months or something. Yeah, there's a feeling of something like not wanting to leave something, like maybe something just happened. Maybe there's like a new baby in the family, or the weather is not the best time where you're moving to or where you are now, or maybe something at work where you kind of just want to where you're working towards a promotion, and like if you get that promotion, like then you can work anywhere kind of thing. So there's kind of like something with your business, or there's something your health or someone's health, maybe a family member's health or something, was just like you kind of just want to wait for a little bit before making that move. So there's that type of energy where you just might not want to move right away. Ship? Oh, wow. Yeah, all these leaving, moving, ship. Yeah. At least you'll be like planning, and there's a lot of like good momentum. There's a lot of things happening, manifesting, and working in your both of your favors for this move. I'm speaking as if both of you are already like an item, like already a thing. So if you're single or you two are just like dating and you're like, I'm not even there yet, like I'm the way I'm speaking about the energy between the two of you, and like I feel like you're even like I wasn't even thinking about being in a relationship right away or anything. And I'm talking to both of you, your energies, as if you two are already together. So there's something about like something just clicks between the two of you very quickly, and it's just like both of you are on the same vibe. And being around each other amplifies this energy of like, we got to get going on these things, or we got to get out of here sooner rather than later. It just amplifies that energy more when you two are together and when you find each other, or hanging out with each other more. Train, whistle, confirmation. Train, ship. Okay, cutting ties, moving on. Yeah, there's an energy of we got to do this now because it will push our life forward. We can't wait any longer, even if it makes us sad to leave us certain things behind. It's now or never. I definitely keep getting that now or never feeling. Okay. And then a message from your higher guidance in regards to this love energy in your life manifesting right now. Open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. Yeah. There's this energy of like, take the leap, like follow your intuition, take a chance, take a risk, as long as like it's within reason. Like I definitely feel like your intuition's on point, your person's intuition's on point. It might be even moving to where they are, even if it's a newer connection, or them moving to where you are. Like there's like this feeling of, if there's a time to expand your life in more extreme ways, like taking more like extreme action, like this might be it. Spirit asking you to be open to what comes through. It might be like a little bit like kind of like a journey, like an adventure, kind of it's like a little exciting. Maybe for some of you it's like kind of living on a ship, like living on a boat for a little bit, or like, you know, just like something a little bit different, you know. But it's like, I feel like it's something that you've wanted, but like with this person's energy around, it kind of amplifies it because they want the same thing, or they want something similar. And it just kind of makes sense for the two of you, and the timing makes sense too. Okay. And message from your higher guidance. Redirect your thoughts. It came out in reverse. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. It came out in reverse though. Yeah, I'm getting, there's a little bit of an underlying fear coming from you, and probably from them too, because both of you are kind of in the same boat. But like this is kind of a little bit newer, or this is like a new thing. And it's a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more of a chance, risky kind of decision. But I feel like there's like this energy of like, will our relationship suffer? And if that happens, like what will happen to this dream, right? And Spirit is saying like, don't focus on that, like focus on the dream, and then the relationship will like fall into place or something like that. Like something about like pulling yourself out of this relationship and seeing life as a whole, and this whole dream and vision, this adventure as a whole, rather than just focusing on the relationship and being like, oh, what if this happens in the relationship, or what if that is going to cause a fight? Because sometimes, you know how like you worry that like things are too good, or the stress of taking a risk you might project onto your partner kind of thing. Like, so like it's Spirit's like saying like, take yourself out of the relationship and focus on the whole at this time, and the relationship will naturally just kind of like tag along, will come with this experience. Like it will unfold as beautifully as this new adventure is as a whole. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm explaining things weird today. I don't know. Okay, so pile 7. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, there is a companion reading that is being posted tomorrow. I should have that in the description box right away when that's posted. And if you're coming from there, thanks for watching this paired reading. And if you're not going to be watching the companion reading, I love a like or comment. It helps me a lot. And let me know if you like this kind of setup or I have a companion reading. And yeah, with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. It seems like you have very exciting things in front of you. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 8, the Strength card, and the red tiger's eye crystal. We're looking at what's manifesting in love for you right now. There is a companion reading, which is posting tomorrow, with what's manifesting in your life without realizing it. That's more general. Any area of your life, this is more love focused. So let's start with what energy is around what's manifesting, and then what specifically is it. So what in love is manifesting for you right now? Commitment, pile 8. 8 is the number of manifestation as well. So I definitely get that things are getting serious. Oh, wow. Okay. So I definitely feel like even if you're single, I feel like you're bringing in someone who is ready for taking more serious steps towards commitments, who's ready for commitment, who knows what they want and, you know, knows what to work for it and knows what steps to take and comes in with like a serious tone of like they know what they want. If you're dating someone or if someone coming back to the picture, they're coming back with commitment in mind. And if you've been together with someone for a while, I feel like they're ready to take it to the next level. For some of you, a very few of you, it's like it's about time. But yeah, I feel for a lot of people in this pile, because this person coming in with commitment in mind, for you, it might feel like no matter what your situation in love is it's about time. And I feel like it's because you're so confident in who you are and what you're about and what you feel like life is about for you. Not making it, revolving it around just commitment and a partner, or sleeping around or whatever it is that your preference in love is. It's really much about feeling so good about yourself that you know whatever comes next in life for you, in love and in anything, like it's going to be a blast for you. It's going to be amazing for you. It's going to be something you enjoy and love because you're at that good place. You know, the Lovers. Oh wow, pile 8. Oh wow. Commitment and the Lovers. I was not expecting such a strong love read for this pile. So interesting. Okay. Sorry, I had to turn the lights on, but I forgot to change the setting on my camera, so it was like coming out really, like warm toned. Anyway, so the Lovers and commitment. I am getting that warm tone, rosy glasses type of energy. And I feel like it's because you have the strength, you have the power, you built up your strength and power and energy. And I heard like you worked on your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. You worked on what you think, what you believe, and anything you need to heal. I feel like you're coming at a place with such strength, even if you feel like you haven't figured everything out yet, or you don't know where you're going next. Like you are at such a strong place in your life that you can handle a big love like this, because I do feel like it's very like top level type of love. Okay, so what specifically is it? Group of people. Oh, interesting. And money. Okay. Pile 8. Interestingly enough, this person comes with some perks. Even if you've been with this person for a bit, they have, I'm hearing an entourage. And it's not, I'm seeing for some of them, it's not like, for some of you, it could be like people currently around them, like family, friends, circles. Maybe they work with a lot of people. Maybe they have a huge business. But for some people, or they have a small business and they are like good friends with a lot of these people. But I feel like for for most of you, this is the energy of they're meant to have a lot of people around them. And I feel like when they come together with you, like you're the key that unlocks that energy for them, where the right people start coming, flocking to them and flocking to both of you. I do feel like there's a reason. Maybe both of you like to host, maybe both of you like to have a lot of friends, or maybe both of you like to be in business together, or you like to be involved with their business, they like to be involved with your business. There's something about like our community or family. There's something about like both of you are very like meant to be around a lot of people. And I feel like even if they do come from like a background with a lot of friends or family, I feel like this is new. Not necessarily new people, but this is a new grouped dynamic that you two are bringing together. For example, if they have a lot of family, you have a lot of family, or they have a lot of friends and you have a lot of friends, I feel like you two kind of evolve to the point where you bring like the friends that you both like vibe with and continue vibing with and continue to grow and evolve with, and kind of merge into this like third new friend group. Does that make sense? So that can happen with friends, a family, people that you work with, a business if you both decide to take on a business, and like the employees that you have, I'm hearing that you get along with them, you kind of treat them like family, community, wherever you end up living, or your neighbors or something like that. Like I feel like both, if that's the case, like both of you are so neighborly and like that both of you get along with the neighbors and invite them over a lot or go over to your neighbors a lot. There's something about like both of you liking the same kind of group of people. So that's coming in with them, is that energy that unlocks when you two meet. And money energy. This person, that's why the group of people, I feel like it's a new thing. It's like a new third energy you two unlock when you come together. I feel like you two do like to host, or you two do like to be around like certain same people, or you will. And so that's like a new energy that's being unlocked, even if it's some of the same old people. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this whole entire reading, I haven't been explaining things well. It's the sugar. I've been having too much sugar, and that messes my head sometimes. But nothing can affect my channeling. Too advanced for that. Just side note, if you just started out with tarot, or if you're on a tarot channel or thinking about it, different energies do affect your readings. And they can affect your channeling once you begin, but if you like strengthen your channeling abilities, you can channel through almost anything. Anyway, money. This person, with it and being in reverse, I feel like this person is bringing in a lot of money that's already established, that they already have. Caregiver, Queen of Cups. Okay, I do feel like this person wants to take care of you, and I feel like the money is kind of a reason. I feel like this person, male or female, like they like the idea of nurturing you, caring for you. If this is a male, I do feel like they want to provide for you, or kind of get you whatever you want and allow you to have more time to do what you want, or to play whatever role you want to in the partnership. If this is a female, I do feel like they kind of feel like they do want to help you out in more ways than you might have expected from them. Yeah. But there's a sense of like this person wants to take care of you. They want to nurture you. They want to give you more time for yourself, kind of thing. Okay, so what's manifesting for you? Specifically, commitment with a lover. Okay, in your love life. Okay, so more details about this person, the situation. Romanticism. Oh, that's so cute. I do get the energy that the two of you are going to be in a honeymoon phase, or a honeymoon phase again. I feel like the two of you are really going to be enjoying each time with each other. I feel like this like talk of commitment or higher level commitment between the two of you is really getting both of you in a really good mood and feeling each other's vibe and just feeling like on top of the world, feeling so lovey-dovey, and just like, you know how everything just kind of feels more special every moment, whether it's in the snow or on the beach and in the heat. Like it doesn't matter. It just, everything feels magical when you're with each other and spending time with each other. So I definitely see more of that energy coming around the same time this commitment talk is happening, because both of you are like feeling it and loving it and liking it. Shock. I do think you're surprised. I think you're surprised because you weren't expecting it, but expecting it at the same time. Does that make sense? I feel like you've done enough work where you're like, I definitely deserve this. But the fact that it finally happens or happens in this way shocks you because you're like, I know I deserved it, but I didn't know if I was actually going to get it. You know, or like maybe you did, but it's still a surprise because the timing of it or something. That it happened at all, that it happened all of a sudden. Yeah, you're really swept up, Pilot. It's really magical for you. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm feeling those energies. Like it's like a really warm and fuzzy feeling. I love it. Loving your energies, Pile 8. Thanks for sharing a little bit with me. Okay, so a message from your higher guidance about this situation in love right now. Temple of the Rose. Ancient power, expression, activation. Scarlet codes. There's something destined between the two of you. What is that? New love. A new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. I feel like this is the key. Do you know how I kept saying this is the key? Like you guys unlock something with each other. Like you guys were holding this energy of like a lot of people. Ooh, I just got both of you are meant to be like so much. I feel like both of you are very multifaceted. Like you both have so many aspects of yourself. Like there's so many things that both of you are really good at. But it was never able to fully come to the surface or fully manifest because you were always caught up with helping your maybe past connection or, you know, doing more for them or doing more for the relationship or caught up with work or caught up with family or caught up with other friends. Like, I feel like there is so much of you that you haven't been able to fully flesh out because you were always caught up in other things. And here comes a person who's like, I want to let you do all those things. And I feel like you want to be the same for that person. I feel like both of you get to be all the people, all the different aspects of yourself that you wanted to fully manifest and flesh out. Oh my goodness, I see this like magical life unfolding for you, Pile 8. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. With this romantic energy, I definitely feel like it's more than a dream come true because it's kind of like it's almost kind of like a life where, like, if money wasn't a problem, if, like, any of the issues that you currently have wasn't a problem, if, like, what would you do with your life? You know, if you had all the time in the world, all the money in the world, what would you do with your life? Like, that type of energy. Wow. That's so beautiful, Pile 8. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate a comment. It helps me out so much, and I really, really appreciate it. There is a companion reading with this, as I mentioned, that posts tomorrow. I'll put the link to that in the description when it posts, where we look at what's manifesting in your life right now without you realizing it, which is like not just in love, but in any area of your life. The energy is resonant with this that pile 8, but you don't have to pick the same pile. You can pick whatever pile and it'll resonate for you specifically. All right, beautiful pile 8. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Wish you much love and light.